Hey, Wolfman here. Found this pretty cool looking flower pot. Yeah, it's a flower pot. Got it for a deep discount, end of Halloween, under $2. Well, I don't think you'll be able to find one of these again unless they just happen to be hidden in the back room somewhere, more like where I got it at World Market. But picked it up and I thought, well, what the hell am I going to do with this thing? And my wife's like, you need to put a plant in it. So I said, okay, whatever. So we went to our local garden center, picked up a Cyclamen plant, which is a pretty cool looking little winter plant. These are perennials, come back every year. Interesting patterns on the leaves. This one has red blooms, but I've seen them in white blooms too. And basically, this little guy here was under $5. And as a perennial, this little guy here should come back every year. And from my understanding, outdoors in the wild, they can live for up to 100 years. If you have it in your house, planted, kept, I guess, take care of it properly, it can last for decades. They're saying up to 30 years, so this little guy will probably outlast me. What I'm just going to do is we're going to transplant it into a little larger pot so that it can be used in my little skull pot. Because what we're going to want to do is make sure this guy can be pulled from there and lightly watered once a week. That's all it requires, just a little bit of watering, keeping water off the leaves. Because this is a tuber, it's not gonna, if you give it too much water, it's bad for it and it can actually damage the plant, kill it. So I'll go ahead and get started here. I got some potting mix, Miracle Grow. It's for indoor plants. I am not a gardener, not the real person that's going to be, you're going to want to look for information on how to take care of plants or anything, because I'll probably kill this plant unless my wife takes over. Let's see. It says to do it about a third of the way, but this is a very small plant here. And also I've got to go with it, this right here, some Mosquito Bits. It also controls gnats, because sometimes indoor gnats are a thing that we have a problem with here. Let's see, pull that out. Now this little guy does have a bulb or like a little tuber. So it looks like I need a little bit more to go in there for it to sit a little bit towards the top. Okay. A little bit of that, more of that around the sides. Try to be as messy as possible. My wife loves it when I just create mayhem and have all kinds of havoc around the house. Like I said, I am not the gardener. So, just gonna break up that little root ball. Okay, got a little bit of that in there. Looks like it's sitting there pretty good. Maybe a little bit more in. Oh, lost a leaf already. The damage is done. Okay. So basically the $2 pot with the less than $5 plant and a reused pot will fit in there like so. Now what will happen is I'll take this out to water it once a week. I'll give it a little light water, making sure not to get the leaves wet. Water around it, and basically after you let it sit for a second, you replace it in the pot. Now the thing is about these guys, you do not want them to be in a window because it is a more of a winter plant. You want to keep it kind of a controlled temperature, from my understanding, 70 degrees or less, so a cooler room in the house. We'll probably have it downstairs in on the table, kitchen table, because that's where I usually do my office work, so I'll have it nearby while I'm working on things. basically, also things to remember about this plant. It is more of a winter plant, and during the summer it will go dormant. So around April, actually, you'll see that the leaves will start turning yellow, blooms will fall off. It actually only flowers during, I believe, from like October to like December. So it will go dormant, and during that time you'll want to basically take it out of there and store it in a kind of a dark, dry place, like you put in your garage, I guess. Keep it out of sight. And then around October, you just water it again, and it should spring back to life. So as a perennial, you can have this thing apparently come back for decades. And if it's grown in the wild outdoors, and they say up to 100 years, this little guy here can live. Got nothing much else to say about that, but I figured if you're interested in it, the Mosquito Bits will be something you want to use in your some of your indoor plants. It's great for outdoors because it does take care of mosquitoes, kills larvae, and fungal gnats, which actually we do sometimes get around in the house. It'll prevent those from really hanging out around your plants. And also the Miracle Grow. This is just one of the indoor soils you could use. There's other types, but I'll link both of those below. All right, I forgot, but now you don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and my videos, all right?